Okay, we are back with our book about John Philip Sousa. He was known as the March King. Now, you might remember that last week we talked about marches a little bit. We marched around the room to 2 different songs that had a marching beat, and then we learned a pirate march that was called Stinky Pirate, so we're going to go over that one again in a little bit. But let's learn a little bit about John Philip Sousa, because not only was he known as the March King, he was also a veteran. So remember, you're going to learn a lot about veterans in class this week. But meet the March King, and he was born in Washington, D.C. in 1854. So that was a long time ago. He was born in Washington, D.C. It says he went to a private music school and learned to play the piano and many other instruments of the orchestra. But his favorite was the violin. So see if you can remember some of these things, because you'll need it in a little bit. Born in Washington, D.C., favorite instrument was the violin. He directed the U.S. Marine Band for 12 years. When he left that job, he decided to create his own concert band called the Sousa Band. They performed more than 15,000 concerts all over the world. And we're going to get to listen to a little bit of his music. And you can go back and listen to all of these later on. But I'm going to play one that you may have heard before. We're going to move to it a little bit. If you want to get up and march, put that beat in your feet. And this might sound familiar to you too. And you'll be like, oh, now I know who wrote that music. And when you hear it played at a parade or around 4th of July, you'll go, John Philip Sousa. Here we go. You can get up and march around if you want to. March all around the room. Feet, feet, in your feet. Now let's find a place to put the beat on our bodies. Move to your shoulders. Light finger claps. Tap your nose. All right, so that should give you a little taste of John Philip Sousa, and maybe some of you will say, or at least your family will say, oh, I've heard that song before. Something interesting also about John Philip Sousa, there's an instrument, and it was in the picture at the beginning. Let's go back. Right here, this instrument right here is called a Sousaphone, and it was named after him because the tuba is a concert instrument. And it's harder to carry around. It's really big and it's hard to carry around. And so John Philip Sousa invented this way of holding the instruments. Have you ever seen somebody hold one of those in a marching band? They'll have it around themselves so it's easier to carry. And so that he invented that instrument. It's called the Sousaphone. So now you know. Okay, so we're going to try and see if we can get some of this quiz done. Where was John Philip Sousa born? Was he born in Washington, D.C., Las Vegas, Nashville, or Jamaica? And if you remembered Washington, D.C., then you are correct. So we're going to select that one. What was John Philip Sousa's favorite instrument? Was it the piano, the violin, the bongos, or the clarinet? And if you remembered violin, then you are correct. We'll click next. Which of these did John Philip Sousa conduct? Did he conduct traffic? This way. Did he conduct an orchestra? Did he conduct a kindergarten class? Or did he conduct the U.S. Marine Corps Band? And he did the U.S. Marine Corps Band. Click next. It said, which piece of music was not written by John Philip Sousa? Well, we didn't go over them, all of them. So with this one, Washington Post March was written by him. Semper Fidelis was written by him, and then the one we heard, Stars and Stripes Forever, was written by him. The one that wasn't is called the Memphis Blues, and we're going to learn more about that in a couple of years. In 2nd or 3rd grade, we'll talk about the Memphis Blues and jazz, and you're going to really enjoy that. So just hang on, because you'll get to hear that one later. So we'll go ahead and click that one, because he did not write that, and we're going to submit our answers. And amazing! We made 100%. Now, folks, if you want to go back and learn more about John Philip Sousa, the Blue Book is advanced, and it has some more information. Okay, we're going to move on, and we have our Stinky Pirate song. So I'll put another video on top of Stinky Pirates because we're going to talk about rhythms and beat.